Welcome to my latest video. Today I'm going to tell you another story that is going to change your life. Okay, before I start, I'm currently very close to 1000 subscribers. I'm at around 952, I guess. It was 956 the other day, and suddenly it went down to 954 and up to 955 and down to 951. It keeps on, fluctuating, which I don't know why. I think maybe people don't like my video that much, or maybe could be the YouTube algorithm, or the viewers, or me. That's the problem. Some people can reach 1000 subscribers like in overnight, or maybe just in a few days, and I've been doing this for 1.5 years and I'm still at 952. Isn't that great? So is it? I'm sure it's not me. I would like to believe it's YouTube. That's the problem, all the viewers. But I know you are not one of them. Okay, so please subscribe. Okay, just need that little boost to reach 1000 subscribers. And this story I'm going to tell you is also a wisdom story, which I've done a few before on my channel. I will put the link to the video in the description or somewhere in the video, I don't know, at the end of the video. So if you like this story, you can check out the others. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so long ago in feudal Japan, there was a monk and a samurai. Okay, this samurai is a very ambitious and ruthless and intimidating man. Okay, wherever he went, it's like he was formidable, and he would win every battle he fought, and no enemies have been able to defeat him before. But there's something about this samurai, that is, he hated supernatural things, spiritual things. He mainly superstition, And so one day when he was in the village, he heard people talking about this monk, this very wise monk who was very famous around the town, and his teachings about this samurai was especially displeased with his teachings about heaven and hell. Like he didn't believe there's such place as heaven and hell. So he decided to go to the monk, to see the monk and ask him. And when he reached the house where the monk was living, the samurai just barged in and say, "Hey monk, I am the formidable samurai that everybody feared, and I live my life based on proof and evidence, and I don't believe paranormal talk spiritual talk like what you are so commonly known for. So, and the samurai just sat there with this expression on his face. And the more the samurai saw the monk's face, he became very angry because he just didn't like his face. He was so serious talking about this thing about talking, and the monk is there smiling. So the samurai said, "Okay, monk, you said there is heaven and hell. If it's true, show me the proof. Show me the money. Show me the proof, the evidence." And then the monk sitting there like that, said nothing at first, but when he started speaking, everybody was shocked by what he said. The monk said, "Samurai, your dressing is ridiculous, and I hate your voice. Your voice sound like a cruel animal, barking, growling like a mad wild beast, and your hairdo, which the monk couldn't see, is ridiculous. Your armor looks dirty as hell, and your sword is as blunt as your words." And before the monk could continue, the samurai grew so angry that he drew his sword out, and he waved it towards the monk like this. And the sword, at that moment, it was like time had stopped, and there was nothing except the expressions of the samurai and the monk. It's like nothing else existed as the blade drew closer and closer to the monk's throat, and the monk remained like this. And then the samurai, blade closer, the monk like this. And when the blade almost reached the monk's throat, like maybe an inch, the monk said, "Samurai," and then samurai expression is still like this. The blade, he stopped right at his throat, the monk's throat. "Samurai, this is hell." And still holding his sword placed at the monk's throat, the samurai still with this expression. Suddenly, the monk realized something, and he was so emotional that his sword fell on the ground, and the samurai went down on his knees, and tears began to flow from his eyes. And then, seeing that, the monk said, "Samurai, now this is heaven." And that's the end of the story. of the story? You know? Make a guess. Why did the samurai his face like that? His blade at the monk's throat suddenly had a realization and went down on his knees. Did he go crazy at that moment? Did the monk use some magic to bewitch his mind, ensnare his senses? Sorry. No. The reason why the samurai suddenly became so emotional and stopped before the blade cut the monk's throat was because, as the monk said, samurai, this is hell. The samurai realized that what the monk was saying is his anger is his hell. Alright. So all his rashness, recklessness, anger, pride, everything he felt at that moment, his will bent on proving the monk wrong and himself right. His anger, his hatred, his self-righteousness, his ego, that is hell. That is his hell. Hell exists in our mind based on our emotions, our thoughts. Our emotions and thoughts, if aggressive, hostile, tortures us, becomes our hell. And so when the samurai went down on his knees, you know why the monk said, "Samurai, now this is heaven." I know you are smart. You're a smart person. I don't have to tell you, right? So yeah, just end the story right here, right now. Okay, see you. Bye. Okay, just joking. Okay. Why did the monk say that this is heaven? It's because at that moment the samurai's heart was filled with remorse and gratefulness, gratitude. The samurai finally saw his own self-righteousness, his own faults, his own darkness, inner demons. And at the moment he was grateful for what the monk said, for the monk's guidance. That was why he went down on his knees and cried. So now this has happened. So likewise, if our heart feels gratitude, content, and joy, compassion, then heaven lies within us. It is not up there, it's not, out there, outside of us, but inside, within us. If you are familiar with, I'm not sure if you have heard, you're familiar with Buddhism teachings. In Buddhism, now this is not a religion thing that I want you to, brainwash you or anything. I'm just sharing my knowledge of what I know on Buddhism. So please don't close this window first, okay? In Buddhism, of course, now hell and heaven and hell is manifested from our heart. Okay, like when someone dies, whether someone goes to hell or heaven is based on his actions, of course, actions in life, and his heart, his mind. In other words, what goes on in his mind. If the person is someone who is very delusioned and afflicted, like towards worldly things, and his mind is very caught up by impulse and hatred, a grudge or whatever, jealousy, all these negative thoughts and emotions. What happens is, when one dies, our mind opens up, okay? It's like we return to our mind, our world of the mind, and we begin to see the spiritual world in the state that is similar to our mind. Yes, so when one dies, he goes to the spiritual world, which is his mind, which is the form of his state of his mind. So if someone is very cruel in life, angry or hostile, filled with jealousy, aggressive, this spiritual world will be very dark, okay, very dark and scary, and there will be things that tortures the person. These things, it can be wild beasts, ravenous beasts that would tear their victims apart and eat their flesh and whatever, things like that. Actually, where does all these beasts come from, or all the spikes of fire that burn the holes of the mind, where the hell is manifested from? This peace, this torturing stuff comes from the mind, of the host. So if one is compassionate, gentle at heart, and always wants, is not jealous, is content, then this person, when his mind open up, he will be in the state of all these gentle, bright emotions, and that world is what we call heaven. It's filled with light, bliss, beautiful things, just like the mind of the host. Yes, so that is, in Buddhism, hell and heaven is manifest. All the darkness of hell is manifested from our mind. So likewise, this story, it tells us that in our daily life, there is also hell and heaven and hell, and it's in our mind. emotions, our thoughts that make it so. So, do you want to live your life in hell? Or do you want to live your life in heaven? That is all up to you. Change your mind, change your life. That is one of the most precious teachings of Buddhism. And in fact, not just Buddhism, if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense, right? Even if you are not a religious person, I mean, you're not a Buddhist, it just makes a whole lot of sense. Like our mind makes our world, you know? You come to think of it. Okay, I don't want this video to get too solemn and serious, so I shall end this video here, and I hope this story will change your life, or has changed your life. I think I have something I wanted to say, but I kind of forgot. Oh yes, 1,000 subscribers. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, if you like this story, don't forget to subscribe. And if you can, don't subscribe and then unsubscribe. Okay, I hope my numbers 952 can keep increasing instead of like a roller coaster going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, that's all for now. Wish you a very good night and sleep well.